5. Indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you for joining me again on another day. It's like raining a lot outside. My family is watching some movies in the movie room, the TV-kamer, the TV room, and it's directly next to that little patio where we usually stream. So sorry for being a little bit late. I had to come and set up outside, clean this little windowsill for all of my stuff to be put on. But we're here. Joy Vive is here too. Lolo, Maxine. So nice having you friends here. Shannon, of course. Brother Ryan as well. Blessings. Blessings to you. We're going to talk about how we perceive ourselves. Specifically within this air of the way you perceive yourself is the way the world perceives you. The way you perceive yourself is the way you perceive the world. The things you believe about yourself say more about you than they do the thing you're talking about. All right? At least that's the stream topic I want to kind of dive into today. How are you doing, dear friend? What have you been perceiving? What have you been seeing? What have you been believing about your life? Cien, I don't know if you can see that. I add some Valor oil to it. That's Cien, and on the other side, there's some runic symbols. Hey, Javan! The stream is F5, refreshing. Is it working at least? I hope, if anything, 11 passed, and there's 55% battery left right now as well for more synchronicities. It's nice having you here, Show. Okay, I can sit back, calm down. I don't know if my mind is like critical right now. It's like trying to problem solve. You can probably hear a little bit of an echo as well, speaking into the garage like this. Our perceptions. Our perceptions. I added like the Valor oil that Shannon sent me. It's supposed to help with like confidence and stuff like that. And I wanted to come into today's stream with this willingness to embrace the confidence of who we are, right? Us as a community, us as individuals, in the story we tell ourselves about our place in the world. I really would like us all to kind of like have a sense of confidence, a certainty, a security. Man, it's somehow managing to rain on my rolling paper. How's this happening? Is it dripping off of me? Oh goodness. I believe this rolling paper should still be functional. We'll see. Lolo saying, slowly facing myself with compassion, awareness, and spiritual maturity. Spiritual maturity, huh? What does that entail for you, Lola? What does a spiritually mature person do, look like, act like in the world? Not asking you as a challenge, but asking you from curiosity so that I can do more of that myself. Hey, Corey is here too. I see a bunch of beautiful bright lights in the space. Better put on some sunglasses. I mean, you're pretty cool, Corey. So I feel like the sunglasses would fit your aesthetic, dude. Yeah. Dad with long hair and sunglasses, smoking a cigarette right now. So badass, dude. So badass. Love you, Brother Bear. It's nice to have you. We have a Holiday Inn joining us as well on the Yuna side. Love to you, friend. Yeah. I feel as of late, I've been perceiving myself as less equipped than I would like to be, right? The perception I've been holding of myself is one of lack, one of limitation, and not from a perspective of hating myself or trying to hurt myself, but from this genuine perspective of maybe I still have a lot of growth to do, right? Maybe I still have a lot of things to learn. Maybe I still have some skills to gain. And I can tell myself a story about how perfect I am, or I can embrace my faults, my shortcomings, and then from that place forward, actually start building something. I start building my skills. One of the things that I really need to learn how to do properly is storytelling. And I know this. I know this. I know I should learn how to tell stories a little bit better. And maybe I will. Maybe this coming year, with my willingness to start making a little bit more content still, I'll get better at storytelling as well. You friends will have to let me know. Like, there's a part of me that is intimidated, a part of me that's excited, a part of me that is perceiving this change that's coming up, and I'm still having a hard time believing that's who I am, if that makes any sense. All right? Like, we sometimes start doing things, and we might even see success in the things that we choose to do, but it's still hard for us to consider ourselves this thing. All right? Hey, Crystal. Thank you for the updates, friend. It's nice to have you here again. It's been a while. How's Australia treating you? How's Australia, dear friend? No smoke at the moment. Just getting fruit cup to nap. Good. Good, brother Corey. I'm happy to hear that, dear friend. How we perceive ourselves. Like, there's so many tangents that my mind wants to go into, but I feel like it's a little bit stuck on the first layer. Maybe there will be more layers. So Cien, I should have probably said, means blessings. You're welcome. Sorry, life has been crazy, eh? No, dear friend, you don't have to ever apologize to me for spending time in your own life. I do this not as a forcing you to do it with me, but really as an opportunity for serendipity. I'm still feeling micro droplets falling on me and my skin, and I don't want my books to get ruined. So I'm being mindful of that as well. Sorry if I look a little bit lost. I feel a little bit lost right now. The change of environment is messing with my brain as well. The difference. The world I'm perceiving is maybe not the world that I want to identify with, right? Talking about the whole layers of perception. I'll stuff this, and then it'll be ready to be smonked. Let's see if there's something that wants to be said, and then with that energy we'll light up blessings. This body is a three-dimensional form of attention. Where are the micro droplets coming from, yo? It's melting my brain. I can feel them. There we go. I think I just spot another little place. Maybe this will do it. Sorry for being distracted. Spiritual maturity to me means developing a routine of spiritual practice and disciplining my thoughts, emotion, and energy. I like that. I really like that. And I feel like my mind obviously wants to connect the dots, wants to form patterns, but the perception we have of ourselves as spiritually mature people makes those things a little bit easier as well, right? Being disciplined with our thoughts, the things we think, being a little bit more disciplined with our emotions and the outrage we allow ourselves and the energy we expend on different things as well. The way you perceive yourself is going to be directly correlated to how you spend that energy, right? At least that's what I've noticed. That's exactly where I am, LT. I'm perceiving my reality from an egoic perspective, and I can't stand it. I've been trying to accept it, but it's been a challenge. Oh, Maxine, same. Same. It's hard. It's hard because unfortunately, alongside the ego and the ego perspective comes a lot of expectation, right? We start expecting things of ourselves, we start expecting things of other people, we start expecting things of the world. We are willing to do certain things, but at the same time, we would like for those things that we do to be successful, to turn out a certain way. And it captures us in more ways than one. We have Christelle saying, I would love to stay, but I need to catch some sleep. Good night, dear friend. Have a good one. We have Illy Dinger, joining us as well. Do I know you from Reddit, dear friend? Maybe. I'm feeling all right, Corey. A little tired, but very happy to be here with you, friends. How was Christmas with the family the other day? Thank you for asking. Gabby Goose said, it's a ghost being spitting on you, snickering to itself. And I wouldn't be surprised, dude. Small little ghost being just being like, no. And he's like, just last night I talked about how I'm a full-blown adult, not even a big kid, but like a grown-ass woman. But I still feel like a pupil, a student amongst elders. It's a curse and a blessing. I feel maybe more blessing than curse, right? Having the childlike perspective, having hope for this world, having like there's a song Corey would know as well. You know, he sent me this basically game, I think, that's also a concert at the same time. And one of the songs is just let me see the world through a child's eyes, right? Being able to see the world through a child's eyes, the ignorance, the naivete of it can also serve us in a way where we feel a little bit more connected. Instead of creating layers of separation to convince ourselves that we're other, to just be with this all. I can always learn from other perspectives, but it would be nice to not second guess everything and be confident in my own decisions. But confidence requires maintenance and a work in perpetual progress. For what it's worth, Jovan, if I'm going to comment as an outside individual staring in, the way you live your life is inspiring, right? You actually inspire me to live better myself. And if that is something that's possible, the way you live your life right now, I feel like it may be, you know, location based, but we can take ourselves to different places as well. Realize that you're here, right? That you've gone this far, making the decisions that you've made. That even though this perspective, this perception you have of self as someone that is, right, by definition, a grown-ass woman, and also at the same time, you know, someone that is giddily childish with this reality, trust that. Think of it as, you know, a superpower. That the second guessing of yourself, even though it might sometimes feel a little bit disheartening, it can create this sense of never being secure. It's also the very same thing that's creating the experience you're having right now, right? That certainty, that conclusion is not actually something we want when it comes to our feminine side. And I've noticed this in myself, like when it comes to talking, I don't want to stop, right? Like there's something in me that wants to perpetuate the dance that is a conversation over and over and over again. And to see doubt as just an encouragement to keep searching, to stay vigilant, to stay mindful that we don't know everything. At least that's the way I'm interpreting right now, the way I'm perceiving Jovan. Hectic, but it was good. Lots of thoughtful gifts and fruit cup. Had a good day. She loved the boxes and the food, so it's so beautiful. Glad you're feeling well, Shanansky. Tired isn't always bad, but try to get some peace in your day if you can for a moment and rest your mind and soul. Just that moment to be with yourself and be like, oh, me. Yeah. No, I don't have to be anywhere. I don't have to talk to anyone. I don't have to do something right now. I can just be me for a moment. Boxes always make the best toys. I'm happy you had such a good day and you got to make up for it and other things instead of the storm. Joe Bot, sometimes confidence comes from making a decision and not worrying about the other things and dealing with them as they come. The boxes never fail to be most exciting. Refrigerator boxes are the best for Fords. Weirdly enough, I actually have a mildly traumatic experience with a refrigerator box where I got in it and I was trying to hop with it and I somehow managed to tip on it and then I fell on the back of my head and I had to get stitches. The first stitches I ever had to get. I was not a vibe, yeah. To blessings, to perceive ourselves as blessed individuals, right? Really, really perceive ourselves, to look at our lives, to look at our limbs, to look at ourselves, to look at the people we spend time with, to look at the space we find ourselves in, no matter what it is, right? And to convince ourselves to this point of it being a self-perception that we are blessed, actually blessed. I can breathe air for free. I'm so blessed right now. Goodness, thank you, universe. Any second now. As some nice blessedness. I am blessed beyond a shadow of a doubt. I am blessed. I am blessed to have friends, to have trees, providing oxygen for me, to have food to eat, to have water to drink, to have safety. I am blessed to be able to hear the birds outside, to be able to smell the smoke that I'm smoking right now, to be able to taste. I will work on the story I tell myself to make it a nice one. I will work on the way I make other people feel, ensuring they feel loved. I will work on my decision-making ability and the willingness I have to believe in myself and the choices that I make. I am capable. I am capable. I am blessed. Sending love to Uncle Becky and David Cho. Is that his name? I'm bad at it. I really appreciate the encouragement. Thank you, Shan, for echoing. Before it gets out of hand, see the problems as they start to form, and either nip it before it becomes a bigger problem, or be ready for when it gets out of hand. Yeah, and sometimes it does. Oh, goodness. Goodness, my man. My stuff is getting wet. How? Where? Oh. I like watch a drop fall and I can literally see the mini droplets fly across it as well. Look at how those little droplets that I just removed made these little white spots. It's kind of artistic. Yes. Yes, thank you, Mother Nature, for making art with me. How about that? We'll see. See if that fixes the problem a little bit, maybe. Going to do another sober 30 days of Jazz Cabbage in January and take drinking away from 2023. Do any of you friends have next year goals you desire? I think I might be doing the same thing, actually, Maxine. I love Mary Jane so much. but she makes me very calm. I think she takes away so much of my anger that I don't have a visceral, angry creator drive sometimes, and in a weird way, that anger used to be something that I was trying to get away from, believing that somehow being angry isn't something I'd allow myself to be. And I feel these days, instead of trying to avoid and pretend anger doesn't exist, to try and channel it as a useful medium or a power source, that it's something that we can be, right? Angry. But it doesn't have to be something that's destructive or reducing in nature. It's just a thing, right? And you can use that thing for good or for bad in the same way you can use everything. So smoking less is definitely a part of the agenda for next year. Big one of my goals for next year is creating virtual space. That is what I need to learn how to do next year. I've been beating around the bush for long enough now. I know what it is I'm supposed to be doing. I have clarity on the goals that I need to be hitting for next year. And I haven't had that much clarity in a while. I knew that I'm doing something, showing up in the way that I am. But now I really know what it is I'm doing, right? And I feel I need to now know what I'm doing. So my goal is to know, to really figure out how to be good at this thing that I'm trying to do right now. And hopefully, in my opinion, I'm sure it will be something that can bring more joy into the world, more understanding, more curiosity, more willingness to explore someone else's mind. That's what I want to get done in 2023. I look forward to going through this process with you, friends. Boxes the best for both children and fur babies. My boy Bun gets so happy when I give him a new box. I used to love boxes as a young kid. So many awesome forts and caves. To this day, right, there's a part of us that doesn't want to throw away boxes. They keep living the bender bending Rodriguez lifestyle of living large and kicking butt, Maxine. I am missing some of those fractals, but sounds like a vibe. I hope to start streaming some short meditations or at least have sessions on Discord with the wonderful family. I love that idea, Corey. That sounds amazing. I too, Sam, plan to make 2023 my bitch. I want to make 2023 my lover. Passionately kiss 2023. Mother Earth, Father Son, let the virtues of courage, patience, and control come into our sacred lives. Yes. Thank you for manifesting that, Lolo. That's beautiful. I really like the idea, Corey. A group meditation. It sounds amazing. Like, I feel that's one of the things I would like to start doing next year as well, is create some sort of guided meditations for the channel. I'm intimidated by the amount of things that I want to do as well. All right, like, we have so many ideas ceaselessly just exploding in our heads that it's hard to do any of it. We perceive ourselves in one way or another incapable, unequipped, without enough time, without enough charisma, etc., 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 to do this thing that we want to do. And I feel that is what we're trying to get at in today's stream. It's really this deep, how do you perceive yourself, right? You can't perceive yourself as someone who can do guided meditations. And the only thing stopping you from doing that is your perception of self, right? Someone else can stop you by being like, hey, you can't do guided meditations. And then you can be like, but I just did. There was a guided meditation. It's done. I did. All right. So it's just the self-perception at this point that's limiting us from reaching our full potential. And I feel in a way it's supposed to be that way, right? That if you had the perception of everything that you are, right, the infinity, it's in the same way that almost like dissonance, that lost energy when you're having all of these ideas, but you don't exactly know what the step-by-step process is of realizing them. So instead of being everything, you get to be Susanna. Thank you for joining me. Hello to you, lovely friend. It's nice having you here as well. Glad you're so supportive. I also got an Oracle deck that I'm excited for. You could be pulling cards. You could do like shorts where you once a day pull an Oracle card for the world. You know, you could read whatever it means. You could share some of your perspective of what you feel it could point us towards, and then you can take that card reading session as a gateway to a little bit longer form meditation stream. You're like, oh wait, dear friends, hope you like that card. I'm gonna go and do a guided meditation. Maybe I'll see you there or not. Get them for free, Corey. They're paying for. Oh goodness, once I get them, I'll be putting them to use. I want to tell what they are, but I'd rather surprise you during a meditation session. That sounds beautiful to me, Corey. Whatever you feel is the right way, whatever you perceive is right, do that, please. I have the vision of directing future remedy clients to your meditations, Mel. Thank you. I mean, we're already doing it with the Sanghas, right? Like that is a guided meditation that I do once a week. So I've been practicing, but it is still something that can make you feel awkward. The amount of imposter syndrome that you have to overcome to be like, yes, I am an authority. I'm gonna guide you. No, I am gonna try and get somewhere. We can go there together. At least that's the way I would like to think about guided meditations. Understandable, Corey. I look forward to it. Me too. We're capable, dear friends. We're so capable. Like beyond our wildest dreams. And the cool thing about the future we're heading into right now as well is we'll be equipped with tools that make creating easier than it's ever been. Think about that. You live in an age, right now, in fact, where it's easier to create things than all of time before this moment. Sure, they built the pyramids. Sure. Göbekli Tepe, sure. Sure. Maybe Atlantis, who knows? But right now, you can actually start creating 3D models of a pyramid, for example. You can scale a human model next to this 3D model, and you can, in visual space, represent the sheer ridiculousness that is the pyramid, right? And you can do that in an afternoon. It might not be as good, might be a little bit bad even, but you can do stuff like that right now. You can build in light instead of just with physicality. And technically, a lot of the way we create is vocal as well right now, right? That I could be using more of my hands to have a conversation with you, and I should apparently be doing that. It's not a hard thing. Things that I trip myself out about. So weird being a person, yo. Oh goodness. So odd having a physical existence. So much of existence is not physical. Just think about that. A lot of existence is not physical. This is a rare occurrence we're experiencing right now. This is not what's common. You're having something unique right now. I went to a meeting this morning and played a recording I did back in the day when I wrote it. It was about work difficulties. Today my own song hit hard. It now applies more to my current journey. It's crazy, huh? I feel like there's a part of me that needs to do that as well, Crayon. Is actually go back and listen to all of the voice recordings that I've made. because there's like some wisdom from our past or from a moment of insight that we, even though we understand it, we don't practice it as significant. We don't perceive it, right? And then because we don't perceive it, it goes unperceived. I'm so jealous of that J right now. Here you go. Take it from me. Wait, that came out wrong. No, I don't think it came out wrong. What, the being jealous of the J? I just dropped it in the rain. So I'm gonna cover it in rainwater. Yes. Thank you, universe. Vibrating those little water molecules. Now they're gonna form crystal structures or something on the surface of this joint. Is that gonna happen? No. It's gonna evaporate. But maybe some of it will stay. I'm tripping myself out right now. I have lots of things I want to do too. I have my solo exhibit in January, but I also want to start illustrating a YouTube cartoon show. So I don't want to discourage you from doing that at all. But Zano, Susanna, maybe consider using AI tools as an assistant, right? Because, and like, get me, like I feel it's very important for us to gain the skills of actually drawing, the fundamentals, and Jovan has been schooling me on that level for a while now. But the future we're heading into, as fast as you can explain, and you can draw like rough sketches, right, to this AI model, and it'll be able to help co-create with you a cartoon that is going to be orders of magnitude easier on the time scale to create things. And even though I don't necessarily want to just say that we should make things as easy as possible, if it's easier to actually do something, you're more likely to continue doing it, right? If I set out to do a full vlog style video, for example, where I shoot multiple hours worth of footage and then I sit down and edit it for multiple hours so that we can have like a multiple hour stream of my day, of the lessons that I tried to learn, of the questions that I was asking myself, it would be a nightmare. It would be so hard, right? And technically the steps aren't that difficult, but the actual execution will take so much of my time, and it will be, hard conceptually to actually show up in that way. I probably wouldn't be able to do it every day, right? And I feel now I'm doing the flowers every day as well, and I'm also doing the yoga every day, and I'm going to be adding more things to do every day onto my schedule as well, thinking of your life as a video game in this perspective of things you do every day are the things you're leveling up in, right? You want to get good at something and find something that you like being good at, right? And it's hard because there's so many things right now. There's an actual infinite amount of things for you to do. So choose and realize that what you choose can change. And realize what you choose and how you change is very much connected to the way you perceive yourself right now, right? That someone who believes they're incapable of jumping out of a plane wouldn't find themselves standing in a plane right now with a parachute on their backs, getting ready to jump out of a plane. One has to come before the other. You have to believe yourself to be capable of doing something before it ever has an opportunity of getting done. You friends are powerful beyond measure. It's just gonna take some time. Zano, that's freaking amazing. I can't wait to hear about your exhibit. I'm curious as well about the same thing, Jovan. I feel like I'm supposed to be in the loop or something. The human experience is so awkward and uncomfortable at times, very much so, and yet beautiful. Right? And I'm trying to perceive it as such. That as a human being, I get to have beautiful experiences. You want to see the quailfuls, Jovan? There's a bunch of quailfuls on this tree outside. I hope they don't fly away when I get outside. Look at those quaffles. Tippity top of that tree. Wah! Wah! You can see them looking at me as I'm making quest sounds. Let's see if I swap us around, if I can zoom in for you friends a little bit. Quaffles getting rained on. Little troop of 6 of them. No, even more, 7. So many quaffles sitting in the rain. Shame. It's been raining all day. There's no dry anywhere. Unless you're underneath a roof, that is. Susanna, your exhibit sounds amazing. It's just butterflies, right? And I like your cartoon idea. I look forward to seeing it. Thank you for that encouragement, Shan. As we transform our attachment to the physical bodies we identify with, we may recognize and wave goodbye to our egos. I like that, actually. Thank you for sharing that with us, Lola. What a trip it is to be alive on a spinning rock by the sun in the universe, and so much of what is nothing. Even the very atoms that make up your body right now. Empty space. 99.99% empty space. Electron plasma fields. Attaching themselves. Building proteins. Proteins building cells. Cells building you. Billions and billions and billions of things independently working for you to be having this experience of you right now. It's too much even. So we're like, yeah, how about I don't think about all of that stuff. All of that empty space. I put some of my butterflies up in Discord. Share your work. Thank you guys. I'm really excited. I'll check it out again, Susanna. Thank you for reminding us even deeper level is that there's stuff out there that says that we're all holograms and none of this is real. Trying to process that even with being sober with my mind. Life is so weird. Yeah, we could be experiencing a memory as self that you're not experiencing this right now. You're experiencing the memory of what this was, maybe millions of years in the past. And you're existing as a super sentient hyper intelligence, experiencing all of human consciousness in the medium that is you right now. Yeah. Yeah, you're everything, friend. You're actually everything. Like everything, right? And it's not supposed to be this, oh, I'm everything. Not everything should, see me as everything. The same amount of everything you are, everything else is. Right? You're watching a fractal of the same thing. A fractal is fundamentally the same pair repeating itself. And we're in a technically finite but infinitely expanding universe. Right? So, yeah, please, brain, please. It's like, stop thinking about it. Everything is everything, friends. And from that perspective, we can really consolidate our oneness. Right? I feel for those quaffles because I can see it's me. Oh, it's me as a quaffle sitting on a stick right now, being like, bruh. Bruh, it's raining. My feathers are wet. I haven't seen a speck of food all day and it's cold. Oh, this sucks. I'm feeling those birds right now. I'm watching him. Or maybe he's super zen about it. Maybe he perceives this experience as maybe. Actually, that feels more right. I feel like the parrots do have something, right? There's some cleverness in their eyes. I can see that parrot looking at me as well. They're technically wild parrots, the quaffles. Butterflies are stunning. Sam, that would be great to see. Let's flood the interwebs with meditation and mindfulness. Every single one of us contributing in that node, right? Like the universe and the internet are but extensions of self, right? The U inverse. The internet is us as a collective contributing like nodes to it. So if you contribute as a node to the internet in a mindful, meditative, beautiful butterflies and flowers way, then there's going to be more of that on the internet. The internet as a living conscious entity is going to have parts of itself that are better instead of worse because of you. You perceive yourself as powerful because you are, dear friend, very much so. Corey, how's meditation Monday sitting with you? Encouragement. Thank you, lovelies. No melt. It's too much of a perfectionist. Even for the atmosphere, I would need multiple layers to move the characters through. Also, I wanted to look sketchy as part of the humor. Okay, now like I'm just encouraging you to be like, yeah, let's do it. Don't stop, do it every day. Right? Find some time to do it every single day. That sounds great, Sam. There's so much we could do in so many ways. I look forward to meditation with you all, you wonderful people in this space. How their tails are so long, they're like crows. Like, I don't know. I feel like just long tail little parrots. Let me see if I can show you again. Someone's phone is ringing. Wide. Okay, that should be the more narrow band. See if I can get you even closer. You can see they have like little hooked beaks. Oh, that is so wet. Like their feathers are like completely stuck to themselves. And I feel parrots do care about looking glamorous. Like there's like small little parrot species that will take like snippets of paper and put it in their own feathers, to glamorize themselves. And I feel looking like, a hot, wet mess is not their vibe. It's all mucky and yucky outside. It's 10 degrees outside, but it's all snow. The snow is melting. Yeah, like slush, right? Corey, if you've got certification, you should do it. It's just me and my institution over here. There we go. More encouragement. Mao Lao is here too. Good morning, Karma Yogis. Good morning, dear friend. Thank you for joining us too. Spending some time in the space. That tiny space of nothing is what connects us. In that nothing is the ether, the energy that can send ripples through to bring about what we focus on. Dark matter manipulated by mind space. You basically being the exception to something that is everywhere. You are the uitzondering is a good Afrikaans word for what I'm trying to say. You are the exception. You are the exception. That there's mostly nothing, infinity nothing, and yet you in this moment right now. That's pretty exceptional. you cannot deny. I'd rather an uncertified person with years of practice teach me than someone who has gone through certificate program, and then tries to dogma you with it. Mindfulness. Stay present. Love to everyone for creating this sacred space. Lolo, no you. Thank you for yours. Quaffles kind of look like a pigeon and a cockatiel, but babies. They look mischievous. I love them. I don't know if they're mischievous. I feel like they're my word for them would be sophisticated. Maybe they could be sophisticated, little criminals, right? Like gangsters. Like, you're quack quack, you're quack quack quack, quack quack, quack quack. Because they're bullies, like if there's like a berry tree, no other bird is gonna come and eat berries while the queer fools are having themselves some berries. They're like gangsters. They're like, what? You're gonna come up to my space? I'm gonna queer you. I'm gonna get queered. I'm gonna get so queered. Birds are a trip. Yes, they are. Little dinosaurs. Want gaan jullie nou?
Ja. Oh, die mij al opgebreid.
Ja, zo. Ons het gesouswater gekweld. Wat kan ons maak? Oh, as die walle breek, dan loop die water maar. Heeltemal.
Ja, het gaat even goed kijken.
Like we've been getting so much rain. I think it's like the fourth dam in this area that is broken.
Ja, maar.
Yeah, dams are breaking right now. Like we're actually, like unironically, getting so much water right now that it is overwhelming all of our infrastructure. Even in the middle of nowhere, where there's mostly just earth, it's also overwhelming the infrastructure. Like we're getting more rain now in this last 6-month period than we've gotten in the last, 7 years? I don't know if my dad is listening to what I'm saying. Hoe baie reën kry ons nou in vergelyking met die laaste 7 jaar?
Ja, het is probably most of it.
Wat oor die geweersaal? O, die drone. Wat het dan met gebruik nou?
Maar het poesie.
Die Mainse dam.
Nee, die dam in ons grond nog.
O, Filippe. Daai ding wat so groot wat so 'n hele plaas was. Oh my god. Wel, en dit gaan dis nie klaar nie. Ons is nog in die middel van ons reenseisoen. Ja. In die begin van ons reenseisoen self. Ons het meer bome nodig. Dis een ding met Albert Town.
Geen album meer.
Hoekom nie?
Geen meer dam.
Ons plant bome rondom daai area. Ietsie wat die grond kan vashou. Grond alleen staan nooit alleen. Soos ja. Interesting. What's going on with you, hun? Are you experiencing new weirdness, Lola? Let me see. Did they say anything about colors? Wait a second, I think I'm missing a little bit. I will report it on the Discord. Please do, Brother Ryan. Everyone else see auras so everything feels. I'm new to the phenomena. I don't see auras. Part of me wants to say unfortunately. I wish I could. I really wish I could. My sister used to be able to do that, Lolo, but she said it stopped when I moved out of the house. How about that, Sam? That is interesting. It's 80 degrees warmer than it was on Christmas here. Let's think about that. Yeah, climate change is real. Climate change is definitely real. I worry for South Africa. Like we're gonna get wet, real wet, and we need to start planting trees if we wanna hold on to some of that water, some of that structure we considered ourselves having. I don't even know if the trees are gonna be able to do it fast enough because it was so dry the last 7 years prior to the last, 2 years, we've had like a lot of rain, that you couldn't plant trees outside of like certain areas, or like you couldn't plant any tree you wanted to outside of certain areas because you would have to drive out to it and give it water every day. Otherwise it would just straight up die. Now, maybe that will change. Maybe we'll start having rainforests here in South Africa or something. Charkiri, thank you for joining me. It's nice having you here, friend. What's going on? Interesting, Sam. Afrikaans is so damn cool. Do you like it? It's like it's a trip to me being able to just switch over and speak something else. Quack, quack, man, what's up? I can see them low, no weirdness, just learning about energy healing. I feel that. curious. I've watched Pam Osley talk about auras and quantum stuff, Lolo. She's supposed to be an aura expert. I know nothing. That's what I say when I get faced with this. Like I don't see them, and I don't know how I would explain the phenomenon. I could potentially try to within this context of we create, energy fields as like a torus field around ourselves, and that energy field could in a way, I guess, diffract light, changing because of the intensity of the energy field, change the way light is perceived when it passes through that energy field. And that could be the perception of aura. But my mind either doesn't allow me to see that right now. I feel it would be too distracting. I feel I already have a hard time having conversations with people as it is because I feel into their pain. If I could see their auras as well, I'd probably be tripping myself out ceaselessly to actually be able to have a proper conversation with them. My first sign that I'm getting a migraine is that I'm suddenly stupid. Sam, drink some water, dear friend. Stay good. It's that cool for sure. I love you, friends. Talk with Vessel. Was it intense talk with Vessel and Papa? That was Rido and Papa. It was just, again, things outside of our control that is being worried about, as always. I go basically blind in one eye with auras around my migraines, blue, green, yellow, flowing and moving spots. Goodness, I feel like I missed a bit. Thank you for sharing, friends. How long have you been able to see them? You can train your eyes to see them. It's basically a way to distract to the point that I wouldn't be able to reply in conversations. I had to dumb myself down to now see them in part. You see, I do think it's like you start cutting it out as a survival tactic almost. All these critters walking by, love it. How many animals do you have? We have 3 dogs, Eva, Yudi, Peppy. We have 3 cats, Roxy, Shelby, Ginger. We have some chickens, and we sold the geese. My mom wasn't having that. She was like, they make noise every morning next to our windows, sell them. And my dad was like, okay. So they're sold. And then we have a bunch of wild burbs that just, go about burbing. And then there's some cows. That's basically it. I'm able to see them for 15 years. I will look into Osley. Thank you. Thank you, Lola, for being curious. Melt echoing Max Beans in real time is warm. It's warm. I really enjoyed listening to her talks, Lola, tapping into that unity consciousness. It really is, right? We are connected in that way, all of us to the same source. There is no escaping it. You can only embrace love. And it's hard sometimes. People really make it hard sometimes. I drew a picture of my auras. I get, please do. That sounds cool. The chickens are the cutest little T-Rexes. Yee. I watched a documentary today, or it's not a documentary, maybe like a SciShow video about the newest discoveries in paleontology that we've made in 2022. And one of the interesting ones to me is the fact that 3 independent species evolved the tiny little arms. How about that? Right. And they didn't evolve tiny little arms for some sort of function, but just to get rid of them because they would have these massive mandibles, massive jaws, serrated teeth. It's so cool, yo. It's so cool, dinosaurs. So dinosaurs. Anytime I think about auras, my mind goes straight to Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, exactly. That's where my mind goes as well, actually, Corey. It's so sick that you're sharing that. I really like that one tree in the background now. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorites. It's an avo tree, in fact. So that thing produces food yearly. I'm curious to see how much avo is going to be growing this year with all of the rain we're getting. Ooby-doo. I want to be like you. I want to walk like you, talk like you, it's true. Wat maak jy, Susan?
Ooby-doo. Klops.
Was jy jou hande?
Klops.
Pull-ups. Oh, nice.
9 gister, 9 vandag.
Very nice. Sister is doing pull-ups. Getting strong. As you move that. Peppy is on the ground floor. She's like, why are you sitting on a chair, dude? You don't do that. I know. I have one foot on the ground though. Making sure to stay grounded. You go, sister. Thank you. Melty, have you seen any jerboas where you're at? They look like mice crossed with kangaroo legs and huge ears. No, we don't have any of those. We have rats and mice. Those we have plenty of. But those jerboas, I know what you're talking about. I know very, like, as you described it, I saw that little picture. They look like little aliens from Cute World or something. But we don't have any of those, unfortunately. Our rats are a little bit more ratty. Talking about rats, I forgot my sister has hedgehogs as well. But I feel like it's, just imprisonment with extra steps. Like it's imprisonment, but they get food and a place to live. All right. Let's not get into that. I'm sure they love it. They get to live. They always have a steady supply of food. They have water to drink, open space to roam in. It's about how you perceive it, right? I need to remind myself ceaselessly. I thought you were offering your sister that joint. I was like, hold up, what are you doing? No, my sister is 16. Yeah, 16 right now. It ain't happening. Where's that smiley Joy Beaver? She was here at the start of the stream, I believe. Maybe she's just... The phone is still in her head. It's like, she's tuning into the psychedelic realm of sleep world right now, channeling that energy back right into this moment. I associate her with pink and yellow. I can't see auras, but some people pop with color in my mind. I saw a seesaw, psychedelic seesaw, pivoting one way and then another. I'm here, Joy V. Yeah. Second. Joy V was back in 3D space, more manifesting the form that we call Joy V. Oh my goodness, I had to look that up, Maxine. They have little rabbit ears. They're really cute, really, really cute. Joy V, you have passed back out. Yeah. All of us were wrong. Joy V was present, accounted for in this moment with us. Just think about how much is going on right now, Malo. Today is the day. Today is the day, Malo, of the rest of your life. Oh. From this day forward, you will have the rest of your life. All of it. Every heartbreak, every overjoyed embracing of a friend, every inspiration, every moment of remembrance, every opportunity for you to be reminded that you are loved, every willingness to believe that you're blessed from this moment on forward. It's pretty crazy, yo. Quantum. You are actively intersecting time and space. Great. Oh, goodness. Because some of you have lived on this planet longer than me, right? And some of you might have lived on this planet for a shorter period of time. And yet, we're all in this moment. And there hasn't existed anything other than this moment. There are people pushing 100 years right now in this moment. Continuing. Quantum reality. More. I consider this my patience lighter. I know it does that. But I'm like, yes, patience. It's not tomorrow. I'm just being silly. Today is now. Be here now, and now be here. My family is coming back to tell me what they have seen. Devastation, water extreme. My family is coming back to tell me what they have seen. Devastation. Oh, the power of water is back. I feel there is nothing to be done other than be grateful for the rain falling. I had this conversation with my brother as well, where one of the dams broke, like one of the ones down below, and it ended up creating some damage on the roads as well. And he found himself thinking, can it just not stop raining right now? Like, stop it, please. Like, enough rain. And yet, we've went without rain for a long time. So the only real weapon, defense we have against the situation is extreme gratitude. Extreme gratitude for every single drop of rain. To be with what is right now instead of wishing for things to be differently. So easy. And yet, the hardest thing ever. Mama Twizzler, it's nice seeing you here, friend. We need to refill that lighter. The lighter is full. The lighter is full. It just does that. You can see like the way that the gas bends light. I can see that it's hoying gas, but it's not lighting. So it's like double patience. Because I feel part of me gets hurt more by the fact that it's not lighting. Because I wanted, like, the combusted form of lighter fluid gas is less bad for the atmosphere than the free form of it. So it's like, you're patient. Be patient. Have to be patient. About how it's just an ordinary day, but it's also the most amazing and wonderful day. I think it's something like today is the day. What day, you may ask? The most amazing day you could imagine. The sun shining, the breezes blowing, and whether you can imagine this, and whatever you can imagine is possible. All you have to do is believe that anything can happen and get off your butt and get out there, because that's where life will happen, out there, not here sitting down. What are you waiting for? What am I waiting for? Life. Oh, the mud between my toes. Life. Oh, the clouds above my head. Life. Oh, birds flying. Life. Another bird coming closer. Life. A Pippi at my feet. Life. Stop. You're so dirty right now. Please don't dirty me with yourself. Oh, the way the mud is feeling between my toes. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. It should bother. It's kind of okay. It kind of still bothers me. Like, there was just one of those pieces that really went up between my big toe and my second to big toe, and then like, whew, it went flying. And now there's mud on top of my foot, which I wasn't bargaining on. I was okay with mud being at the bottom of my feet, but now, I'm gonna accept more. Yes, more mud. More Pippi is also probably gonna mud me. I have to accept that as well. Life is so beautiful. Oh, yes. What do you think about the mud, Pippi? You want to play right now? Oh, I'm stepping in mud. I'm stepping in mud. I'm stepping in mud. Like, there's a I feel. Let me explain why there's so much resistance in me to do this. I feel like I'm conquering trauma. I don't know if trauma is the right word. Maybe uh, old stories of perception, right? Keep it stream topic related, because I really don't like being dirty. Like having mud on my feet, and then the perception of me getting in my bed afterwards. Like my brain is doing that right now, where it's like seeing me getting with these muddy feet into my white linen. Ah, Pippi, no. Look, you see what I mean? You see what? Now we're growing, right? Because this is a perception. My mind doesn't want there to be mud on my pants and on my scarf that Christian gave me. and I and I have to overcome. I have to overcome this perception that I'm not supposed to be dirty. You know, it's okay to have your feet in the mud every now and then. Right? You can wash your feet before getting in bed, dude. Chillax yourself. Relax. I'm gonna cover my microphone a little bit with my scarf just to get any stray water droplets. Mud. And there we go. It's kind of nice, actually. Oh, being human. It's like walking in mud. It's like walking in mud. Sometimes it's gonna suck. Sometimes you're gonna actually have to trudge through metaphorical mud, right? Be it in relationships, be it in a certain task you're trying to master. Puppy, not right now. You see, I'm still resistant. But I feel Pippi need to realize that there's a certain mode of consciousness happening right now as well. I think she's learning. She's beginning to believe. Beginning to believe. Thank you, Pippi. I believe in you too. You can just pace with me, all right? We can think. Maybe you can think what I'm thinking, and I can think what you're thinking. Where was I? Where was I before I got a little bit distracted? Maybe that's what she was doing. Maybe that's how I should be perceiving her interruption, as making sure that I don't get too lost on a tangent. You see, she doesn't want mud on her face either. You see, you also don't want mud on you. So I feel like we do understand each other, right? Or usually we have like clean limbs, and we can like play around, and you can like scratch on my arm. Relax. I know I'm talking to you, but she's like getting too riled up right now. But right now, we're both like full of mud and stuff. Like full of mud. So, oh yeah, I got it again. We were talking about metaphorical mud, right? In relationships, in especially trying to learn new skills. Because the start of it is like trudging mud, right? You don't feel like you're good at it. Feels like the stuff you're making is dirty, ugly. And then instead of, spending some time, a day away from it again, washing up basically, and coming back to it, getting better at trudging mud. Maybe the environment is better that day. There's no rain. I'm starting to have a good time. I'm actually starting to have a good time. I'm going from sheer terror of stop being dirty to this is okay. Oh, this feels good, actually. Am I being weird? You see, again, the human experience. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Do you know what was happening right now? Are we supposed to know what's happening? Maybe what could be happening is I could give you a better perspective. Mud exposure therapy. I'm getting so mud exposure therapy right now. Seriously. And Pippi is also going to be star citizen. Look at that. Is that better? I feel like that could be better. Oh, I just stepped in the mud and, do I want to show you this? No. I wanted to show you the mud as it squeezes between my toes. Being human. I feel like the part of me that's That's the inner child, doesn't care about what things are supposed to be, just what they are. And a part of me feels that this experience should be perceived as something fascinating, beautifully complex. Right? We were talking about empty space. That yes, this mud I'm stepping on, this earth we're standing on is mostly empty space, but it still has matter, right? That I'm actually scraping mud together right now. And I can see my footprints. I can see my individual toe marks imprinting into the mud. My presence here is felt, and I can feel it, right? Sure, the mud isn't actually touching me. Technically, it's not actually touching me. Touching me? It's touching me. 50 is watching me. You think I'm insane as well? Why are you sitting in the rain with me? You can go and sit underneath the covering. I appreciate you. I love you so much, Pippi. You don't have to stand in the rain with me. I know I'm silly. I'm silly. You don't have to do it with me. You can stand in the dry. Like she's scratching her eyes as she's like looking at me, and the drops of water is like falling on her face. And she's like, bruh, get out of the rain. Oh, I want to get out of the rain. You can get out of the rain, Pippi. And then she's scratching on her face. Get out of the rain. Gaan sit binne, Pippi. Ik leef jou bekkie gaan lê. Gaan lê op jou bekkie, Pippi. Bekkie is bed. Ja, there you go. Gaan lê op jou bekkie. Gaan lê op jou bekkie, Pippi. Oeh, je trap jou kop met veel pot. Gaan lê op jou bekkie, Pippi. Gaan lê. Gaan lê, Pippi, woefs. Gaan lê. Go and lay down. Go and lay down. You don't have to be here. You're you're getting rained on. I love you. I love you, little wooftersh. I love you so much. You're getting rained on. Go go inside. Go inside. Go inside. Yeah. Okay. Okay, enough. Go inside. She's just like, no. We should be playing nonstop. You don't want to be playing in this environment either, Pippi. What if you slip and fall on the mud? Right, that ain't gonna be a good time for any of us. That ain't gonna be a good time for you. Like my heart breaks for her standing in the rain with me right now. You don't have to get wet too. I'm enjoying this right now. Do you like it at least? You're not wagging your tail, so I don't feel inspired to believe you are having a good time. Gaan lê. Go and lay down. Gaan lê. Gaan bekkie toe. Gaan lê in your bekkie, Puppy. Gaan lê in your bekkie. Go and lay in your bed. It's nice and warm and dry in there. Oh, her face. Her face. We're gonna. You see, she's following me. Look at what you look like right now. Your face is wet. I've been enjoying that zoomy little cheeky in the background. God, Pippi. Yeah, stay here. Stay in the dry. You can stay in the dry. It's raining out there. It's raining. I'm kind of happy about the scarf serving as a rain shield for the little microphone as well. Gives me confidence that it will not get wrecked. I am undoing preconceived notions, old perceptions of what I should be doing. All right? And for the longest time, this is not something I should be doing. But I decree in this moment that I will step in the mud more. I don't know why, but for some reason that made my brain happy for a second there. Yes, I'll step in the mud more. How about that for a message for today's stream? Take some time to step in the mud. Take some time to step in the mud. I've made a big mud globule. A part of me feels like I'm losing my mind. I have a little chicken looking at me as well. Part of me feels like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. That I've never been here, right? That neither of us have ever been in this moment exactly like this. Actually, stepping in mud. Have you ever watched someone like a deranged maniac talking to himself, stepping in mud? I feel like this is definitely a novel experience. The internet doesn't know what's coming for it. We're gonna melt people's brains. Yeah, I'm gonna make things so beautiful that people will not be able to believe in old fear-based mindsets anymore. They'll be like, shit, is love true? Is love actually true? What? Whoa. Love is true? Love is true, dude, even in mud. Even in mud. This feels like a dance in a weird way with Mama Gaia. Moving little particulates of earth. So fine. Together and away from itself. You want to see the mud? I'll show you some mud. I'm gonna extend this scarf over top of some of my stuff. And then do this. And this again. This is the mud pile I've been gathering. Absolute insanity. Me at 20,000 guesses of like how this stream was going to end. This would not be, on the top 50,000 guesses. Oh goodness. Okay, my phone is getting rained on. Let's switch this back around. No wet on the camera. Sick. Looks like poo. My mind also goes there, Joy V, if it goes there. Where I'm like, is this like some sort of, is this what's questioning? On day 729, Meld made Mud Mountain. Mud is true. Mud is true. It's so true right now. I can guarantee soil. Exactly. Make mud pies. I'm actually making mud pies right now. I am into this mud party. This is what makes me happy about what it is we're doing right now, right? Like I feel this is what makes me. I feel alive. I feel so alive right now. I feel like a kid. We were talking about Jovan, like knowing that we're supposed to be these adults right now, right? Adults don't play in the mud. No, that's something for children. And yet, maybe the children, have it all figured out. Maybe they're the ones that really know what we're supposed to be doing. Sure. I guess we can't all make mud pies and provide something doing it, right? Technically, I feel like this is a human experience. The rain is increasing. I'll spend a little bit more time. Oh. The intention we set in this joint was blessings, cien. Blessings. I thank the universe for the blessing that is a mud pie. A part of me wants to bring the microphone all up and close. Like I imagine another fractal reality, not this one, adjacent, just adjacent, where that melt attached a little microphone to the bottom of my pants, you know. It rains less in that universe, so it's possible. Doesn't have to worry too much about it getting wet. And then you can hear all of the intricate sounds the mud makes. Melt makes mud sounds. Pepe is like, bruh, what are you doing, oh? I am conditioning myself, Pepe. That's what I'm doing. I'm conditioning myself to the wet, to the cold, to the dirty parts of the human experience as well. Stepping in mud, getting actual mud between your toe cracks. Yeah. That's what it means to be human. Right? Does it? How much does it happen to us in like these days? Actually, how much mud do we get between our toe cracks? I actually unironically can't remember when the last time was. Feels like it's been years. Years for me of not having mud between my toe cracks. Decades, maybe even. Okay. I'm starting to hit a threshold where it's starting to get really cold. One more puff for love. Skinny para. The human experience, you know? Pepe, woefters. Your feet are really muddy right now. Right? Look at my feet. You see how you have this weird underlying drive to move your face away from it when it gets close to you? Yeah. We have muddy feet right now, Pepe woefters. Weirdly enough, can I show something to you that's tripping me out a little bit? I didn't do this on purpose. The other one, yeah. For some reason, the actual surface that was most in contact with the dirt is the cleanest. I didn't scoot my feet on the ground to clean them either, did I? I don't think I would do that. I'm comfortable. I'm tripping out why they're so clean. In my 20s, smoking too much weed would make me puke. Goodness, I still knew when I hit it, Sam. 7 bowls was 6 too many. Like I feel marijuana has this ability to kind of have a interesting experience to it when you go for consecutive bowl hits, right? But I don't know if it's sustainable. I feel if you do that like once a week and you only do that, it could be a beautiful experience. Taking legendary rips, I want to try that. And a gravity bong. I think I've only tried one gravity bong in my life. When you give a noob a doob. Faces the mud and you'll come out clean. Try to stay away, you'll get muddier. How about that? How about that? If you choose to face the mud, you'll come out clean. My feet are really clean right now. Like, I mean, comparatively to how clean I would like them, not that clean. This one I feel might be dirtier. Has a little bit more water underneath it. My brain is, I'm really feeling into the meaning you're attaching to it, Corey, right now. Embrace the possibility that you can perceive yourself differently. Yeah, that feels nice. Really clean. Really clean. I really get into bed with my really clean feet. Oh goodness, gravity bongs are apparently easy to DIY. They really are. You need like a 2 liter bottle exactly in a bucket. That's disgusting. Stop showing us your dirty feet. Javiv, don't you know who I am? I don't understand what it means to be human. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I have feet. I feel like the part of human exploration that is sheer giddy childlike oversharing hasn't gone away with me, unfortunately. Right? Like whenever that software package is supposed to drop, I clearly didn't consent to have it downloaded. This is ceaseless absurdity, unfortunately. Joy V, if you know what you're signing up for. I'm happy you could share the experience with you, Melody. I'm happy that you friends were willing to, right? The fact that you're still here, it baffles my brain, and yet here you are to experience this moment. So thank you. Seriously, PK, see you, dear friend. I don't know if you're still here. Sending you love nonetheless. We're gonna pull a card. Let's see. We'll pull the mud card. There's no mud card, Melt. PK! Thank you, Jovan, for the love. Hey, friend, he's here. Love you, dude. How are you doing, bro? We were just having some mud therapy a moment ago. Yay card. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what the card is going to say today. Red, Joy Vive says. Susanna goes with blue. I see sun rays. Okay. Purple, yay card. 14 of us here in the YouTube, ceaselessly fascinated by your mud experience. By our human experience. Sure, mud might be a part of it today. But, damn, is it human? This is the card we pulled today. Spirit Kin. Some orange, definitely some purple as the space holding it together. A lioness and a lion dude beating on his drum, sitting in front of fire. Spirals coming in and out of both the fire, his heart, his eyes. Yasi. I feel like I'm seeing this card as if for the first time. I love when that happens. I don't know if we've ever pulled this card in stream. Maybe once, very long time ago. I'm having a moment with the difference of experience between Wi-Fi and muddy feet. I can't quite connect my thoughts, but it feels like a big thought. Right? That's where we are right now. We have transcended our human limitations. We are become alien to what humans used to be. Oh, this is not a card. We pulled a lot. No, we haven't pulled this one. And I feel it's very apt to this space. Again, one more time. Spirit Kin. Card number 39. Courage. Transformation. I mean, was stepping in the mud courageous? I don't know. Was it transformative? Yes. I feel transformed. This shaman dances and drums around a fire that has called in the energy of his spirit kin, the mountain lion, also called the puma or the tiger. He speaks of strength, courage, and transformation. Golden spirals kindle this fiery energy. We here call upon this magnificent spirit kin to demonstrate the gift of courage. Courage enters your life in many different ways. It is fearlessly standing up for what you believe to be true. Courage is being confident in your discernment and your ability to speak from your heart. Jovan is being like, hey, hey, Jovan. Oh goodness, it is trusting that the universe is on your side, guiding and protecting you. So, courage is the strength that comes from within. It is being who you truly are without fear or judgment of yourself or others. It is speaking out when you believe strongly for or against something. It is the power to transform fear into love and to bravely follow your own visionary path. Courage is transformational. Transformation is courageous. Trust your ability to call in the transformation that your vision requires. Finding the courage within yourself to express your gifts and have confidence in knowing you can make a difference in the world. Release your anxiety and courageously step into your personal transformation. Your personal transformation. Damn. Damn. All right. Damn. Universe. Damn. Damn. Courage. You use valor today. I did use valor specifically for that reason. Shan, thank you for noticing and remembering. That's not a code, but a lot. You too, all of us, getting blasted. Be courageous, friends. Maybe that is the energy we should really start participating in, taking into this new year. Courage. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Thank you for being courageous enough to spend some time with me, for braving whatever this experience turned out to be. I love you dearly. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, universe. I appreciate you. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.